Hello everyone, and my name is Caden, and welcome to what is more than likely going to be the true finale for Trails of Cold Steel 2. It's still funny to think that they called the final chapter and yet it wasn't the final chapter. But yeah, we are in the final dungeon, and I think I'm ready to do it. Now, I will admit, if I go over to this teleporter, as you can see, I got to floor 16. I decided to see if I could just get to the top, and if there was any... I wanted to see, like, if there were any important cutscenes. There were technically cutscenes that played on these floors after defeating the cryptids, but it was just all the cryptids that we've seen before, the ones that we fought earlier, which were, you know, the, Hydron, it was Agnagarn, or not you, and then Volglyph. It was just all those guys again, and I figured it wasn't really going to be that important if we're just refighting those guys. I did get all of the phantasmal mirrors, and they really do just allow you to play as the other characters again, but I think I'm going to just hang on. Chevalier's Mirror lets you play as Crow. Witch's Mirror lets you play as Vita. Black Rabbit's Altina. Courageous is Lloyd, I believe. And Silver is Risha. So yeah. But yeah, I didn't think the cutscenes were important enough. If I thought that they were important, I would have let them play out on recording. But they were just like, oh hey, group, think how far we've come, and then just shows like a picture of how they all looked at the old schoolhouse or whatever. But it wasn't anything that vital to the story, so I figured, it's probably not going to be that important, or it's not going to be that... I'm not going to be missing... You guys aren't going to be missing that much out if I were to skip over it. So that's what I've done. But yeah, this is going to be the team we go in with. There is still one cryptid I have to fight, because I figured that if we fight the final cryptid, if the guide says there's 17 floors, then I assume that, well, you know, it's probably going to do something important for story if I kill the final cryptid. But anyways, enough dilly-dallying. It's time to finally end this game. Alright, here we go. This is the final cryptid here. This is the poison guy. Come on. I also did a lot of farming. And I do indeed mean a lot of farming. That is not an exaggeration. Reen is probably good to kill everything on his own. I'm going to be real with you. What do I mean? Let me summon Valmar. Good damage right out the gate.
Here I go. Here I go.
I have something special I can use here. I have something special I can't use here. I have something special I can use here.
My turn.
It's lost eating.
I suppose I should thank you.
Solar eruption. This wave.
No problem.
Let's see. Stamp.
I suppose I should thank you.
Here I go. Here goes.
Charge it.
Overdrive.
I can do this.
My turn.
Let's go here. And that was it. That was easy. All right. Phew. That makes the fourth. I won't deny it's strong, but we're just that much stronger. Still, with how far we've come, I would have expected us to be near the exit by now. And yet there's no sign of it. I certainly hope it actually has one. Maybe we should head back to base for a while? This seems as good a time as it. Wait. I can sense something above us. Can't sense anything threatening. I can't sense anything at all. Perhaps only Ring can sense it because he's an awakener. Which may mean... This must finally be it. One last shard of Zemirian ore. You know what? No, I don't want to go back down. I want to finish this. So shall we? What lies at the top here? The end.
Here I go.
What is that?
What is this?
White darkness.
It's really pretty, but also kind of scary.
Whatever it is, it's about as abnormal as everything else in here. This is it. It has to be.
I can sense an incredible amount of spiritual force from nearby, but it also feels somehow hollow.
I think it's safe to conclude this is the last floor. On the other side of that darkness, the source behind what's happening here should be waiting for us.
All right.
Let's let the others know we're here. No matter which of us end up facing the trial itself, the rest of us deserve to see things come to an end.
Yeah. Will it actually force me back down? No. White darkness extends as far as the eye can see. Walk into it. Let's walk. Here we go. What lies beyond the white darkness? Let's find out. This place again. Then are we actually going to fight him again? Lawyer Arbonius. Just as I thought. Although... Boundless Cathedral... It's somehow different, though. Strange. But overall, it is the same area as where we fought Loa.
Where could we possibly be now? It looks somehow familiar.
Are we back at the highest floor of the Infernal Castle?
No, it's not that.
It seems to be a mixture of several places.
And so thou hast come.
Who are you? Hello? What the? Huh? Who are you?
A white shadow?
It kind of looks like a divine knight.
Yeah. Are you the one that summoned us?
Who are you? And what are you trying to achieve? Everything should already be over here.
I stand before thee as a shadow, a silhouette of the Great One, charged with the governance of the Shadow Tribe.
The Shadow Trial?
The Shadow Trial?
What's that?
Then that black shadow we fought before.
Noah Erebonius is the true test and measure of potential vigor. But as the Shadow Trial, I was sealed away within the darkness, never to see the dawning of the light.
Oh boy.
I am Noah Luciferia.
Loa Luciferia. Alright. The Great White Shadow. Loa Luciferia. Black and white.
It's gigantic. It's so pretty.
This is the Shadow Trial?
So there was more beneath the surface here than what Class 7 experienced.
So if you were supposed to be sealed away, what are you doing causing trouble now?
Yeah.
You were obviously trying to lead Class 7 here.
And yet you chose not to reject the rest of us either.
So what's up with that?
I assume there is some reason behind all of this.
Indeed, the awakening of Vermilion and the Infernal Castle's ruination have led us to this juncture.
Has the awakening of the... Are you saying that the Infernal Castle's appearance and the awakening of the Vermilion Apocalypse have set something in motion?
The undulations of the spirit veins pierced even the depths of this center.
What exactly did unleashing the Vermilion Apocalypse do?
So it was that the proper trial was suppressed. And in that void, that which was to be forever hidden from the eyes of man came forth. I am but a hollow trial. Thy victory would merit no reward. Thy triumph no recompense.
And yet...
A hollow trial? That sounds like a good way to put it. Utterly pointless.
Hollow? I hear it, but what's it matter? It's anything but that for us. We must and will defeat you.
Prepare yourself.
We aren't here seeking some sort of reward. We aren't here to find some hidden purpose. Overcoming this trial will be a fitting end to our time together as Class 7. And that's all the reason we need to earn our victory here.
Thou art possessed with a fine spirit.
Let me show it to you then.
Then let us commence the Shadow Trial.
With pleasure.
Reveal unto me, children of man, how thou shalt fight, and how thou shalt overcome. Rise!
Let's do it. The true final battle. Loa Luciferia.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
Einsrig Veda. This one's for real this time. This move again. It's the inverse.
Curse you!
Let me help.
What's that?
I suppose I should thank you.
My turn.
Loa Luciferia. A copy of the Great One that appeared as a result of the chaos in Heimdall administers the Shadow Trial.
I need to turn this around.
I'm going to give Elisa a Hero Balm,
Right.
and then use Elisa to use a Blessed Arrow.
I
Thanks.
suppose I should
Thank you
very
very
well.
Use this, use a Platinum Shield.
Holy shit.
Protect us!
Beautiful shield. Call allies. These things again.
Let's move.
I'm gonna give this to you.
How tasty!
Oxock und Keim. This move again! So he's still gonna try and absorb one of our team
it's my
members.
turn.
Alright, let's do this. That didn't do as much as I'd hoped. I should just do it. I do not want to give them that many turns. I don't like that I wasted all of it, but I did not want him to have that many turns.
Very well. Holy shit.
Shield. Get Zoma. Shit.
Here I go. Huh.
Here I go.
It's absorbing her. Get. Orzo Kinkai.
It's my turn. Arcus activate.
We're gonna go for
I'll
solar
handle this.
option. Platinum shield. Megidoma.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Vashalgon. Vanish.
I can do this.
Fall.
Thank you very much.
My turn.
I can do this. No problem.
I honestly
Thanks.
have no idea how I'm normally supposed to. Oh shit.
Oh, I need to turn this around. Sorry for the trouble.
Will do.
Grail burst.
Okay.
Heal up.
I'll handle it. No problem.
I
Thanks.
suppose I should thank you.
Here I go.
Very
Aaron's
well.
on shield. Fee. Fee and Eustace. Give it an EP charge all.
I'll handle it. Here I
Chrono
go.
drive.
Huh.
Ammon's on shield. Vashagun. That counts as magic.
Please.
I moved them out of the
Very
way.
well.
You too.
Overdrive!
Lost Eden.
I can do this.
Crescent mirror.
My turn.
I see make a waste, but I'm moving you back
I'll
here.
handle it. Here I go.
I'm not letting you take that.
Very well.
No one should handle this.
Okay.
Here I go.
No point in trying to slow it down or anything.
Now!
Rush!
I can do this. Arcus, activate. I'll handle it. Arcus, activate.
Best thing I can do is keep up speed and move.
My turn.
Use that.
My
Was he preparing? I doubt this is gonna work.
eliminating target.
It did! Surprisingly. Get Zulma.
Let's move.
Would Reen would have it quick.
Marcus,
I'm cool with playing this one slow and easy.
my turn.
I don't need any excessive surprises happening right now. Clam Solarium would be okay.
Activate.
Right. Right.
Heavenly Gift.
Okay.
Maybe I need to charge to
Thanks.
Reen. Get Zulma. Did you miss everything? You missed. Bad. Yeah, everyone's still got their immunities up.
Let's move.
I still haven't used Valimar yet. That's still something in my back pocket I can use.
Now!
Get
I'll
Zulma.
handle it. Here I go. Got it.
First.
Let's get this over with. Right.
I'm not swapping away. I want to keep the stuff I have out.
Let's go.
Very well.
Who lost their physical shield? It was Eustace. We just have him eat one of those items I crafted up. Still have plenty of those rock crackers.
This isn't. Let's move.
You may not like it, but it's going to help you.
Burn to ash.
Now!
Douse the E. Push through whatever.
I'll handle it.
I don't know when you lost your physical shield, Elisa. But you need to have one.
My turn.
My turn.
Eins richtig.
Curse you. Here I go.
Thanks. I can do this. This is bad. Arcus.
My turn.
I can use this.
I suppose I should. My turn.
Oh shoot, she's. This might get her killed. Wait, that was actually a good idea.
This is bad.
I'm gonna heal her up before any mistakes can be made.
My turn.
Uses doesn't have a physical shield, so. Where are them crack? Where's the rocky crackers? My oh, rock crackers. There they are. Eustace. Eat the rock.
I'll handle it.
There's no way I can take it from him. Fine, just keep it.
I can do this. Turn.
My turn.
Here I go.
Eat the cracker. Eat the rock. This is the last one I got, Boyle.
This is.
Okay. Thanks.
All eyes.
Okay.
Elisa.
Wow, this is good.
Let's move.
All right. Come on, buddy. One more time. I just want to make sure I am getting Erebonius, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, it is getting him. Get Zoma. Heavenly Flash! That was the Eve. One last move.
Burn to ash.
Lightning Dragon! Alright.
I can do this.
Light!
Right.
I'll handle it. Arcus,
My turn.
Assuming it doesn't get me killed. Okay, good shieldings. Earth Pulse.
I'll handle it. Arcus, activate. No problem. Let's go.
Okay, good.
My turn.
Platinum Shield.
My turn.
My turn.
I suppose I should thank you.
My turn.
Okay, good.
Right. Thanks.
Everybody
My
needs their EP back up.
turn. Now.
Very well.
Physical shields needed.
Let's move. Now's our chance.
My turn. Arcus, right.
Here I go.
Ay, ay. It's almost down. Screw it.
I'll handle it.
Thanks.
Very well.
Physical barriers on not everyone.
My turn. Here goes.
Overdrive.
Overdrive.
Speed up.
My turn.
Platinum Shield.
My turn.
You know what? Yeah.
Right.
Good chunk. Vashogon.
My turn.
It's almost over. Magical barrier's gone.
I'll handle it. Thanks.
I'll handle this.
I can do this. I'll handle it.
We've gone through so much.
My turn.
But no more. This is the end.
Dance for me! Great light, reside in my bow!
One last time for Elisa.
Radiance, arc!
Here I go.
Marine. Come on. Do it.
My blade will cleave ignorance and light the way.
One last time. It's Class 7. Terminated.
Termination slash.
It's done. It is finally over. You've been defeated. The shadow trial complete. And that's it. That's our adventure. It's finally over. This area looks a lot brighter now, too. That's strange. Why?
We did it.
Indeed. We earned our victory.
So that's it, I guess. Class 7's over.
Yeah,
Here, at
God.
least.
That hurts to hear,
It's
man.
been a year I doubt I'll ever forget.
Yeah, it really has.
I had so much fun!
Oh,
Huh? Why am I...
William. Hug the
William,
child.
Are you?
What's wrong with me? I only came here because Gramps ordered me to. So why am I...
It's okay, baby.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you at all.
Regardless of why you came to be here, you're as much a member of Class 7 as anyone else.
Of course.
But there's no shame in crying when you feel sad.
Yeah, that goes for us too.
It's over. The end of Class 7. Hmm.
Come on, guys. Knock it off.
Hmm.
They're not the only ones who want to.
What a way for everything to end.
There's no point in pretending you don't want to cry, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
It's over. That was our last thing to do as Class 7. Man, it does hurt. After knowing these characters for so long.
They all care about each other so much.
Well, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, but even still.
I swear, why do I have to feel like...
They've probably been bottling this up for quite some time.
I'm sure they have. And yet they've never let it show. They just kept looking forward.
It's what Crow wanted, isn't it?
To the very end, each of them walked the path they chose for themselves.
They're a real good group of kids.
God. Oh. No, now you're gonna make me cry. Damn you, Crow. Even now you get the last damn laugh. Damn you. Man. Even freaking now. Departure day. God. It's gonna hurt seeing all you guys go, man.
Well, I guess this is goodbye for now.
Take care of yourself, okay?
We'll see each other again, I
promise
swear.
to write to you when I can.
Thanks. I wish all of you the best too.
I refuse to believe this is the last time we see any of these characters.
Although, to be honest, I get the feeling we'll meet again before long.
So do I.
Besides, the Empire is smaller to us than it is to most people.
Yeah, if I use Lammy, I could be anywhere in no time.
Yeah.
This isn't goodbye as much as it is see you again soon.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we all have our share of duties to fulfill.
Yep. But as soon as they're done, well, you know.
Of course. Here's hoping our time apart treats every single one of us well.
Yeah.
And just look at those Lino flowers bloom.
This is truly a season of new beginnings.
I suppose I might miss this scenery.
I'll miss you guys.
Okay, what's up with you guys?
Instructor?
For all that you've done for us this past year, thank
Thank
you
you
very
very
much.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here ready to start a new stage in our lives were it not for you.
Your teaching methods may have seemed unorthodox or even unreasonable at times,
Yeah.
but it's hard to argue with the results.
Exactly.
We thought it was only right to take the time and thank you before we said goodbye.
So, we decided to surprise you.
Yeah.
Still, given the opportunity, I would be happy to learn more from you someday.
You kids are just...
Aww.
Oh, now look what you've done. I was planning on being all cool and mature until the very end. I
Aww.
was doing so well, too.
You lost sight of both cool and mature a long time ago.
You really did.
Looks like our surprise was an A+ success.
I think we might have gone a little overboard, actually.
Maybe all this was a little too cruel, Emma.
It certainly seems that way. But I thought it would have been derelict of me as class president if we didn't do anything.
Oh, so this was your idea, was it?
Uh-oh, Emma, run. You better get out of there.
And it begins.
What a wonderful way to bring everything to a close.
God. You even got the pre-rendered cutscene out for it. I guess I'm the only one. Reen's the only one staying at the academy. And that's I guess how Cold Steel 3 will start with us at the academy still, will it? Or at least I assume it's going to be taking place all at the academy. Alright. God. What a magical adventure, man. As always, every single game in this freaking series is amazing. I just can't get over it. But now we have, for real this time, beat the game. However, there's still one thing that I'm curious about that I think we'll actually go ahead and read during and after the credits. Because, so there's the New Game Plus thing I mentioned earlier called the Black Records. We heard mention of them by Rufus at some point, but basically it sounds like Rufus learned about the Infernal Castle and the Vermilion Apocalypse from the Black Record books, and those are obtainable in New Game Plus. However, I do want to read them, but I also don't want to have to. I want to be able to get straight into Cold Steel 3. I'm going to be honest with you. So, how about a compromise? Or a way to satisfy both? Trails of Cold Steel 2 Black Records. We'll just read them from online. So, let's see here. Oh, it looks like there are actually multiple books. They're actually in the other games too. However, I'm only interested in reading the books available in Cold Steel 2. Oh, so let's see here. I guess we'll just read them in order of volume as they are here. So all of these are available in Cold Steel 1. The volumes include The Gods of Creation, Volume 1, Volume 2, The Dark Dragon, Volume 3, The War of the Lions Begins, Volume 4, Draco's Takes Up Arms, and Volume 5, The War Comes to an End. Oh, look at this cute. I have to keep looking up every now and then to take in the pictures. Aww. It really is going to be painful playing as Reen and yet not having our old friends. But we'll just have to make some new ones, and eventually we'll hopefully come across these guys. At least these two are still hanging out together. I guess they are both in Heimdall, so it makes sense. Anyways, as I said, we're gonna read these books. First up is The Gods of Creation. Oh, these are apparently not that long. So these are actually not gonna take too long. So, the Gods of Creation. Before Septine calendar, in the beginning, there were two great gods. One boasted unrivaled courage, the un unparalleled fortitude. They descended from the heavens with their kin, and it was upon the dark land below that they first met. Calamity, their opposing natures incompatible. The two were drawn irresistibly into battle, and thus began a struggle that shook heaven and earth. The gods and the spirits' laments were for naught. As the land quaked, the skies were torn asunder, and the gods could only tremble in fear. After what seemed like an eternity, their clash came to an end. It was an end of mutual defeat. Their power spent, the empty shells of the two celestial titans were flung into the furthest reaches of the Dark Land. All that remained were terrible, their kin, and the great power. Interesting. Two fell down. All that remained were their kin and the great power. Interesting. That's the first book. The next one is The Dark Dragon. If it'll let me select it. There we go. Oh, this one's a little bit longer. The Dark Dragon. Year 371, Septine calendar. 200 years after Heimdall was first founded, ruin rose on monstrous wings from the depths of the earth. Its name was Zoro-Agruga, the Dark Dragon. Hey, wait a minute. I actually remember Zoro-Agruga. That was the boss that we fought back in Cold Steel 1. It was the skeleton dragon. A malevolent creature of terrible power, it spread a miasma throughout the capital that turned Heimdall into a city of the dead. But the horrors did not end there. The evil dragon desecrated the corpses of the fallen, taking control of their bodies and using them to attack those who remained alive, further increasing the legions of the dead. The emperor at the time, Astorius II, was forced to flee the city, and what remained of his household and citizens. Together they retreated south and established a new capital in the land of St. Ark. For hundreds of years, the bane of Heimdall went unchallenged until Hector I, the 7th Emperor of Erebonia, resolved to recapture the city. Time had proved an ally to the beast, however, and the dragon's influence had spread over the surrounding area like a plague. Undaunted, Hector I led an army of brave knights into the necropolis in an attempt to free it. But though their hearts were steadfast, their arrival was met by legions of powerful fiends, and their efforts seemed doomed to end in failure. It was then that Hector I had a fateful encounter with none other than the great Vermilion Knight, Testarossa. The knight recognized Hector I as its master, and bolstered by its immense power and countless weapons, and the Emperor moved once again on the city to the decisive encounter with the Dark Dragon. Hang on. Aww. One last perfect group photo. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for playing The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2, but while this game may be over, Erebonia's story is only just beginning. We'll still save it here. Memories mode allows you to rewatch movies and final bonding events. So yeah, we'll just use this as our backdrop to listen to the rest of the Black Records. So as I was saying, it was then that Hector I had a fateful encounter with none other than the great Vermilion Knight, Testarossa. The knight recognized Hector I as its master, and bolstered by its immense power and countless weapons, the Emperor moved once again on the city into the decisive counter with the Dark Dragon. The battle shook the city to its core, and in the end, the Vermilion Knight was victorious. The Scourge of Heimdall, the Dark Dragon, was defeated. However, the price for victory was steep. The corrupted blood that flowed from the dragon claimed Hector's life and defiled even the knight itself, placing a curse upon it. The noble Testarossa became a crimson calamity, a demon with 1,000 weapons that only reacts to the blood of the Arner family, a destructive force on par with the Dark Dragon that, should control of it ever be lost, would threaten the world and all who live in it. It was sealed deep underground, never intended to again see the light of day. Meanwhile, a new city rose from the ashes of the old, and people once again began to gather in Heimdall, and that was when the Vermilion capital that endures to this day was first built. I'm just making sure that doesn't skip over to the Earth thing, but interesting though. The Testarossa originally wasn't even a bad knight, but after its fight with the Dark Dragon, it was corrupted, and it became the Vermilion Apocalypse. Interesting. It's interesting to hear that it never wasn't, originally not supposed to be a monster like it was. It only became that because of the dragon. Alright, well, that's the second book down. The third book, The War of the Lions, begins. Year 947. In the year 947, Emperor Valius V passed away. His death heralded the beginning of the largest-scale civil war in Erebonian history. Valius V was a ruler with a somewhat debaucherous reputation, and is said to have had countless wives and concubines. To further complicate the matter of succession, many of those wives came from prestigious noble families, all of whom began competing for power and wanted their offspring to take the throne. Within days of Valius V's death, Crown Prince Manfred, the son of his first wife, was assassinated by an unknown party. Following the death of the Crown Prince, the fourth prince and the son of the first of Emperor Valius' secondary wives, Prince Orthoros, seized the capital by force. Once in control, he declared himself the new emperor and began purging all those who dared to oppose him. The coup set off a succession of counterclaims, and 3 other princes also named themselves to be the new emperor. Backed by the powerful noble families of their mothers, the competing princes ignited a bloody 5-year-long civil war, and thus the War of the Lions began. At first, the princes' armies were largely equal in terms of strength. It wasn't until Orthoros, who would later come to be known as the False Emperor, revived the being that had long been sealed under the city that the balance of power shifted. That's right, Duke Cayenne mentioned how he was a descendant of the False Emperor. So this is what happened. The Testarossa, the legendary Vermilion Knight, now tainted by the blood of Zoro Agaruga, saw the light of day once more. With its unmatched strength under his control, Orthros decimated his greatest competition in one fell swoop, and the 5th prince, Gunnar, was defeated. It seemed inevitable that the armies of the other princes would share the same fate, but it was at this pivotal point that the war took yet another surprising turn. The unexpected development came in the form of another great knight. The Palatinate Knight, the famed champion, was acquired by Prince Lucius, the 6th and youngest of the feuding brothers, and with its power he was able to defeat the army of the brilliant strategist and second Prince Albert. Victorious and backed by the knight's power, Prince Lucius was poised to challenge Orthoros. Prince Gunnar and Albert's armies, however, were not completely wiped out and decided to join forces with one another in order to oppose the other princes. It was thus that the war became one fought by 3 separate groups: Prince Orthoros with the Vermilion Knight, Prince Lucius with the Palatinate Knight, and Princes Gunnar and Albert, who had no knight but compensated with their sheer numbers. The War of the Lions had been raging for 2 years now, and the chaos only worsened by the day. Erebonia seemed to fade to fall into ruin and darkness. Fitting, perhaps, for a nation that takes its name from Erebus. The 4th book, Dracos Takes Up Arms. Year 949, a young man lays up on a grassy plain, enjoying a nap in the peaceful setting. Before long, however, his rest was interrupted by the arrival of a second young man on horseback. The youth wore the trappings of a knight, and his expression was deathly serious. His armor bore many rents and scratches, and his left arm was bound in a bloody bandage. The first young man had not seen him in several years, but a cheerful reunion did not seem to be in his purpose. "You were right after all," the second man said gravely. "At this rate, the Empire's days are numbered." At this, the first young man rose from the grass. He was none other than the 3rd prince of the Erebonian Empire, Prince Dracos. As a man with no claim to the throne due to his commoner mother and shunned by other highborn princes, Dracos had long since left Erebonia behind, wandering from place to place and whiling away his days. 3 years prior, he had reached the land of Nord, where he had remained ever since. Though left to his own devices since childhood, his nature was noble, and he was quickly accepted by the people of Nord and lived peacefully among them. But while he had left his homeland, he had not truly abandoned it in his heart. During his wanderings, his mother had passed away, but while she lived, she had told him something that would remain with him for the rest of his days. The blood flowing through you will not allow you to turn your back on the Empire's suffering. Prince Dracos had turned those words over in his head again and again. What could a powerless vagrant like himself truly hope to do? The knight's arrival, however, signified 2 things: that the war continued to worsen, and that Erebonia was on a certain path to ruination. His mother was probably correct. Hearing the knight's words, he decided that enough was enough. He could ignore the pain of his countrymen no longer. That knight, incidentally, was called Roland. He was a childhood friend of Dracos and was his confidant. He was also the man who Dracos had left in charge of things in his place before leaving the country. Prince Dracos set about preparing to depart, but before he could finish, he was met by several of the tall knights of Nord, their cross-shaped spears in hand. They, too, were close friends of Dracos, and they volunteered to accompany him and Roland, fearing that the 2 men alone would not stand a chance. The next morning, the prince departed the village, a mere 17 men under his command. They bade farewell to the people of the settlement, and its elder wished them well. "May the winds and gods be with you," he blessed them. "Fortune favor you all." So that's the story. So that's the beginning of Dracos' story. There's only one more book regarding the website I'm using is not very user-friendly, gonna be honest with you, to read these. It is exceedingly not user-friendly. Just let me read the last one, dang it. Okay, here we go. Last book. The war comes to an end, year 952. Prince Draco's opponents were the armies of the 4th Prince Orthoros and his Vermilion Knight, 6th Prince Lucius and his Palatinate Knight, and the combined forces of the remaining princes, Gunnar and Albert, who had a legion of magical golems under their control. Yet it was he, the illegitimate son of a commoner and latecomer to the war, who emerged triumphant. His victory did not come without losses, however. During his return to Erebonia, Roland fell in battle. Not long after that, however, he met a woman who would change his destiny forever. That woman was none other than the daughter of Count Sandlot, who hailed from the lakeside town of Legram. Her charismatic personality and peerless skills with the lance earned her the leadership of a band of knights known as the Eisenritter and moniker Lance Maiden. Her name was Leon Sandlot. Prince Draco's and Leon Sandlot may have come from wildly different backgrounds, but their concern for the innocent victims of the war united them in purpose to bring an end to the bloodshed, and it was those shared feelings that made them join forces. The two of them, along with the warriors of Nord, the Eisenritter, and all the other people of the nation whose hearts they moved, liberated one town after another, and were eventually successful in persuading even Prince Lucius, the owner of the Palatinate Knight, to fight for their cause. At the same time, however, the false emperor schemed to elevate the cursed Vermilion Knight to even greater power, to godhood, and thus the Vermilion Apocalypse was created. The demonic god emerged in Heimdall alongside a monstrous castle and vanquished the approaching armies of Albert and Gunnar in a single battle. Their end was anything but conventional. However, they were simply erased from existence. Even the Palatinate Knight could not contend with such a foe and fell. As it decimated all who challenged the false emperor, countless crimson spirit veins spread out from the castle, stealing the very lives of the capital's citizens, as well as those in the surrounding area. Defeat seemed all but inevitable for Prince Dracos, the Lance Maiden, and their followers, but they refused to give up. Following the guidance of a kindly witch, they were led to a new great knight which slumbered on the outskirts of Heimdall. After overcoming a trial, they were able to claim the Ashen Knight, and with it and its power. With it in hand, along with their many supporters in the army of Prince Lucius, they marched on the capital for the final time, eventually making their way to the castle at its center. 3 days later, on the 4th of July, year 952, the castle vanished from existence, and the city was liberated. Those are all the books that I can read here, it seems, as far as I can tell. And that, well and truly, is the end of Cold Steel 2. I'm going to quickly take a look at the options here so I can copy them for Cold Steel 3. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later in Cold Steel 3. Peace!